this is Sean from Ace Appliance in Toledo, Ohio. Welcome back to another in-home diagnostic video brought to you by ApplianceVideo.com. I have a GE side-by-side refrigerator. Complaint is no ice. Easiest thing I want to do is check I want to check the water dispenser and see how our water pressure is to the refrigerator. So that's what I'll do first. Okay, so now that we got the dispenser, we got it selected for the water. I'm just going to go ahead, call for water. I can hear the valve being energized. I can hear it hum. Obviously no water coming out. That would go in line with the complaint of no ice, that there's no water coming into the refrigerator, and which possibly caused the tube to freeze, something of that nature. So we're going to start in the basement, go to the water shut off, see if we can manipulate that to make it produce water. Okay, so here we are downstairs. Here's our saddle valve right here. Basically all I want to do is I'm going to turn it to the right clockwise to we'll say close it, or technically re-pierce it as long as the valve functions, and then turn it counterclockwise, and I'll do that 2 or 3 times just to see if there's any kind of debris in there. Hopefully we reopen that valve if that's the problem. Okay, so we're just going to crank it closed. Now sometimes it will leak a little bit in the midst of you turning it, and that's fine. It shouldn't leak a lot, just a small amount, and that's basically because the seal isn't seated fully from you turning it. So it's closed, it won't go anymore. I'm going to open it back up, and then I'm going to do this all over again just to make sure that hopefully this valve is functioning and working properly. So now it's open. I'm going to close it again. And now these are inexpensive valves. A lot of the times they'll just stop working. The piercing parts in here, they corrode, they fall apart, and they won't do what they're supposed to do anymore. But occasionally we get lucky, and it can be a quick fix, inexpensive fix. Alright, now it's open all the way. Now we'll go back upstairs and check the dispenser and see if we have water coming through. Okay, now that we've come back upstairs after messing with that saddle valve, we're just going to try to call for water. We still have nothing coming out of this here. So at this point here, what I would probably do is just, we can pull the unit out, we can check for water flow out of the water line, and know if maybe we have a saddle valve problem or an inlet valve problem. Okay, so I want to remove the inlet valve, so we're going to take off the back panel here. Alright, so here's our inlet valve, and all I'm going to do is just loosen up the water line, and basically it's going to tell me if water is coming into it or not. Since the fact we had no water at all, I don't know if we have a clog with one component or the other. Alright, so we're going to just loosen up this fitting here and see if we have any water coming through. So at this point here, with how as loose as it is, if we had water coming through, that's our water supply. There's nothing coming in, so we obviously know that the saddle valve is at least part of the problem. You can still have a problem with the inlet valve here, but this is definitely part of the problem. So I'm going to go ahead and tighten this back up, and we'll get an estimate together for the customer, and we'll go from there. Thank you for watching another quality in-home diagnostic video brought to you by ApplianceVideo.com.